straight. Open the chest. Soften the face. Close the eyes. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Swami Samarth Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gurudev Datta. Shri Trimbakeshwar Maharaj Ki Jai. Ganga Godavari Mata Ki Jai. Satguru Param Punya Moridada Ki Jai. Shri Swami Samarth Guru Mauli Ki Jai. Bring the hands down and open the eyes. Good morning. So, way back in lesson 1, we did a vinyasa, a flow of postures. We did a very important one, which we're not going to do today, Surya Namaskar. So hopefully you've been practicing those, and they're great to do in the morning. But when we're starting yoga, that's not the only vinyasa that we should be doing. The postures should come quickly, and it's good to move from one to another to develop different connections, different skills. So we're going to look at that a little bit this morning. You know, as we begin, we want to do more postures, more times, with more movement. And then later on, as the practice matures, we'll start staying in the postures longer, going deeper. So let's begin this morning with Adho Mukha Virasana, downward facing hero's posture. So take the knees apart, toes, big toes together. Let the thighs descend, the legs fold. And then start going forward, keeping the buttocks back and down. Stretch the sides of the trunk. Stretch the arms. Sometimes people let the elbows drop here, but it's much better to keep the arms straight. Make the arms straight and work on the extension through the thumb side of the hand, through the little finger side of the hand. Let the collarbones soften, the top shoulders soften and release back from the ears, even as the body stretches forward here. And then make sure the hands are placed on the mat. The fingers are spread if you're using a mat. Come forward, tuck the toes under, and then keeping the arms straight, straighten the legs up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. Press the heels of the palms while the fingers are still pressing down and stretching forward. Stretch the body up and back. See the similarities here between what you just did and this, although now the energy goes back from the hands rather than forward through the hands. Keep the abdomen lifting into the spine to keep the lower spine lengthening towards the buttocks. So as if the tailbone is still moving back and down as in the last posture. And that's a big part of yoga, is gaining the sensitivity and feeling what's happening and comparing and contrasting the similarities and the differences between different postures. I have my feet wide apart right now. Bring the feet closer together towards the middle. And then lift the right leg, keeping the whole body the same, except for that right leg. Stretch it up and back, but keep the right hip down so the body stays level and even. The hips are level. Stretch back through the heel, lift the leg. And then bring the leg down, keeping it straight. And lift the other one up, stretch it back. See if you can connect the heel, stretching up and back from the heels of the palms, pressing down. And then bring the foot down. Once again, stretch the right leg up. So from here now, we're going to go to Parsvottanasana. So you're going to let the leg bend a little bit as it comes underneath you, but bring the right leg forward, up near the hands. Bring the left foot into position. Keep the trunk down. See, so the trunk will end up on or near that right leg. So go ahead and bring the right leg forward. Re-straighten it. Slide the hands back. Exhale to let the trunk come down the leg. Bring the hands forward with the knee bent. Take the foot back. Place it near the other one, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend the left knee. Bring it forward under the chest. Bring the hands back. Take the head down for Parsvottanasana. Rebend the knee, bring the hands forward, take the foot back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Once again, let's stretch the right leg up. Bring the leg forward for Parsvottanasana. Now take the left hand, cross it over the right foot, take the right arm up for Pavrita Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. Bring the hand back down, take the hands forward, bend the leg, step the foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take the left leg up. Bring the foot forward, Parsvottanasana. Now, cross the right hand over the left foot, turn to the left, take the left arm up, Pavrita, revolved triangle pose. Bring the hands back down, take them forward, step the foot back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend the knees, look forward, jump or step the feet up by the hands. Re-straighten the legs, let the head come down for Uttanasana. Take the arms, the hands wider apart. Balance the weight on the left foot. Lift the right leg up. Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Eka Padasana, one leg up, one foot up. Stretch the leg up and back. Bring the foot down. Uttanasana. Take the left leg up. As you're doing these one-legged standing poses here, don't let the outer hip turn upwards. Keep the hips level. Just stretch the leg up. Keep the left outer hip down. Bring the foot back down. Place the hands. Bend the knees, look forward. Jump or step the feet back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. As I've taught before, all these movements should be in coordination with your breath. And then go ahead and, well, let's do one more, just for an example, because you can play with these. There's no set rules. You've learned a lot of postures through these lessons, so let's do one more. We'll go from here, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We just did Pavrita Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. So let's go ahead and do Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana. So we'll bend the knees, look forward. Bring the right leg forward. Straighten the leg, take the hand back, the left arm up into the air. Bring the hand forward and down. Take the right arm forward. Bend the knee. Take the foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then one more. Bend the knees. Look forward. Bring the left leg forward. Let the right foot land into its Trikonasana posture. Slide the hand back. Take the right arm up. For Uttita Trikonasana. Extended side angle pose. So you can do all the standing poses in this manner. Moving, developing the coordination and the skill, the efficiency of action. Bring the hand down, bend the knee, take the feet back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend the knees, come down, take the toes together, knees apart, and come back to Adho Mukha Virasana, downward facing hero's pose. So again, these videos are for demonstration and learning purposes. You should be seeing, learning, and then practicing on your own. Bring the hands back, come up. And so last week, I showed a very, very important posture, the queen of the asanas, Salamba Sarvangasana. So today we're going to look at that again because it is so important. So last week I showed a way to approach it with the feet on the wall. Today we'll be near a wall again, but we're going to move away from the wall a little further. So set up your mat. Set up some blankets. Make sure the 3 or 2, 3, 4 creases, depending on comfort in the neck, are all lined up. And then take your feet, sit on that. So I'm going to turn my back to you now. Sit on that setup with your feet to a wall. Have the outer hips where they meet the buttocks come down a little more than halfway towards the wall. So if you can see, I've got about this far of my blanket. So that's not quite enough. So I'm going to move it closer. Let's see. No, I'm going to move it further from the wall. So close to half the blanket, almost half the blanket, is under that line of the outer hip and buttock. However, I showed wrong here. It's a good thing I caught myself. The creases need to be towards the wall now. And then I'm going to move it a little further from the wall. Check it again. So now it's too far. I'm towards the wall a little bit on the blankets. So now I take this line. I've got about 60% of the setup towards the wall, about 40% back. That should be right. So you'll find that setup, distance, spin around, and we're also going to use a strap today. And then something else, if you have a block or maybe another blanket folded up for the buttocks to sit on. You're going to take the strap if you have one. We didn't use one last week. If you have which you don't want to use one when you're doing it the way I showed last week. But now for this version of Sarvangasana, Salamba Sarvangasana, so supported, you want the support of this strap to help keep the elbows in. So you'll make the loop of the strap a little bigger than the shoulders. So you don't want the elbows that much wider than the shoulders when you're doing this posture. You'll put the strap on one arm, get ready with it. And so what we're going to do now, why we're doing it here, is we're going to, if you don't have the flexibility to take the feet to the floor in Halasana, plow posture, which I showed last week, we took, and if you didn't, I said put a chair back there for your feet. So today we'll be able to take the feet to the wall in plow pose. And then over time you can just walk the feet down the wall until they're on the floor. So lie down with your head and neck coming over the edge of those creases. Don't turn your head after you have the weight on the shoulders. Never turn your head, as I said last week also. Bend the knees, take the fingertips to the floor, and then you're going to swing the hips over the face, taking the feet to the wall. Now you can put that strap on. Make sure the back of the neck is lengthened. I like to have my hands on the skin, so you'll get a good view of that this time. So you'll come at the back with the edge of the hands, the fingertip thumb, or first finger thumb, and then scoop the skin of the back up towards the buttocks as you bring the palms onto the back. Make sure the legs are straight, the knees are parallel with each other, the thighs are parallel with each other. And now from here, we can take one leg off the wall and then follow it with the second leg for Salamba Sarvangasana. And you can also work on your halasana posture here. If the feet didn't reach the floor last week, just have the feet to the wall and then walk the feet down the wall over time until they end up on the floor. And again, as I said last week, you want to learn to stay here first 1 minute, then 3 minutes, and then 6 minutes is a good beginning time. And then to come out, bend the knees into the face. Take the strap off. Take the hands by the head. Roll yourself down, keeping the chin back as you do, till the feet land on the floor. And then just come up so your head is on those blankets as well as the chest. Cross the legs and relax. And then you'll change the cross on the legs. And then turn to the side. Push up, keeping your head soft as you do. And that'll be all for today. Thank you for practicing. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshvara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Swami Samarth Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Gurudev Datta. Shri Trimbakeshwar Maharaj Ki Jai. Ganga Godavari Mata Ki Jai. Satguru Param Punya Moedada Ki Jai. Shri Swami Samarth Guru Mauli Ki Jai. See you next time.